Okay, thank you.
So it was just a 2/2 with the back here being the original part in 1835. And then in 1857, Samuel Barnett bought it. He was an attorney. And he added on the front, making it what it is now. So it's about 7,000 square feet. And it was 100 acres at the time.
Oh, okay.
So this is the basement where the work took place. We do have a dress exhibit. That's the first one you see. That dress was made in 1860 on the Maddox plantation here. It's a work dress, so if you're a worker or enslaved person in the house, you're going to be wearing something like that in the winter.
Oh, okay.
We also have a quilt exhibit going through, so in every room just about, you're going to have quilts to view. Out here, it's not a beautiful room, but it is what they call it. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
They called it the meat room, which was where they hung meat in the wintertime. Over to your right is the box they salted the meat down in, and then they would smoke it in the smokehouse out back and bring it back in here. So originally the house would have been...
Let me shut this?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
From this door back, and this was the summer dining room in 1830 for the family. We have some restrooms now, of course they didn't have those, so it was a little bit bigger. But from here forward is where they added on. We have the dry well, which is a refrigeration for the house, or was. It was a little bit deeper than it is now, but it would stay about 20 degrees cooler down there than it did up here. And so they would keep their cream and eggs and vegetables and stuff like that down in the dry well. But the museum's not really about the house, it's about the history of the area. So we start here with our Indian exhibit. Creek and Cherokee lived here. Their land was ceded from them in 1773 for payment of debt. They'd been trading with merchants from Augusta, Charleston, Savannah, those kind of places, and the merchants had extended what we call credit. They called it a temporary kindness. But eventually they wanted to be paid, so the royal governor at the time agreed to pay the debt, but he was going to have to take some land in payment of that. And on this map here, you can see outlined in red what he took. It's 1.6 million acres, and it was referred to as the ceded lands after that. And then 4 years later, that became Wilkes County. Wilkes County was the first county named, and of course, Tolliver was part of that at the time.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And the last room we're going to show you is this tells you the story of the Battle of Kettle Creek, the Revolutionary War battle.
Yeah, I went over there before.
Well, what makes it important is it was the only battle fought in Georgia won by the Patriots. And so this is your 3D map of the battle and the battlefield, and with your key over there. The artifacts that have been found throughout the years by the archaeologists are in the cabinets. And you can read all about that here. And then you're going to head up those stairs, and that's the main floor of the house, mostly furnishings.
Okay.
We have a Victorian funeral on that floor for you. We also, upstairs for the bedrooms, are the war between the states. Of course, Jefferson Davis had his last cabinet meeting in Washington in 1865. He left some things behind. We have them. We also have a special exhibit, World War I through Vietnam. And we have Southern pottery, African American history, a children's exhibit, all on that floor.
Okay, good. And the stairs are where now?
Right there. We just walk by.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, and I'll be down here when you finish.
Thank you.
You see everything?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm gonna try and do some photos today outside. It's a nice day. I'm gonna come back where I can spend a day, like on a rainy day.
Okay.
It's a nice museum.
Yes, it is.
They really have a lot of nice stuff.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I would have thought they would have found more of those archaeologists when they went back to Kettle Creek, but it had been a long
Oh,
time.
no, we have a lot more.
Oh, you do?
That's what we have out.
Oh, gotcha. They did find a lot more, huh?
Yeah, we have, but they found a lot of stuff that didn't have anything to do with the battle, because after all, it was farmland afterwards.
Yeah.
And so, but we do have they found 6 buttons, but you have to understand men would have had bone buttons,
Yeah.
wooden buttons. There's 6, and that were they're kind of attributed to John Boyd, who was head of the Loyalists. He would have been probably the only one that would have had anything close to like a uniform on.
Oh, really?
And so, we've looked at the uniforms. We've done research on that, on what he would have most probably been wearing, and the waistcoat did have 6 buttons.
Interesting.
And so he was killed out there. So
Now, I saw like the Native American arrowheads they had. Do they find those around these areas a lot still, or not really?
they do. People find them all the time.
They do?
Yeah. Now most of those are from the Savannah River area, both sides, even up into Macon a little bit. But,
Oh, they are.
Yeah, but most of them, we got a couple things from North Carolina, but most of it's from the Savannah River,
Interesting.
both sides.
I was just reading about that the other day. I went
Yeah.
over there. You know, it's the 3rd most polluted river in the country.
No.
I didn't either.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it looks beautiful when
Yeah,
you're down there.
of
There's
course.
marinas and stuff, you
Yes.
know. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I looked for them over in Crawfordville, but I found one.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of iffy too. It looks
Yeah,
like
I've never found any.
you haven't.
No, but I've not really been looking.
Yeah, that's how I am too. If I
Yeah.
see one, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, is this? And my husband always tell me, no, that's a rock. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Thought it
no.
looked like an arrowhead.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, same here. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So you guys are open through the week too, right?
Yeah, Tuesday through Saturday we're here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
All right.
Have a good day. You too.